everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria, if you're new here, and today's yoga practice is all about finding the middle ground. So I've been thinking quite a lot lately about all or nothing patterns of thinking. This is something that I fall into quite a bit, where I'm going to one extreme or the other, and it's all or it's nothing, and there's no nuance, there's no middle ground. And so today's practice is all about finding a balance where the pendulum is somewhere in the middle and not all the way in one direction or the other, finding the full spectrum, essentially. So all that you'll need for this class is yourself and some place to move. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll get started today from child's pose. So find your way there. Toes come to touch. Knees go out wide, or they can stay together if that feels better for you. And then walk your fingertips forward and relax your arms, your head, your neck. Let everything drop down to the earth. Take a moment here just to notice. Notice how your body's feeling. Begin to notice your breath. Notice your thought patterns. Imagine your thoughts throughout this practice as clouds that are floating by that you can look up and observe, and then watch it slide out of view as another thought enters that space. Remembering that your thoughts are fluid. They come, they go, they ebb, and they flow. Take a big full inhalation through your nose, breathing up your spine. Cleansing exhale out of your mouth, soften, release. One more sigh like that. Big full inhale through your nose. And a deep exhale to let something go. And you can take more sighs or begin breathing in and out through your nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Warming the body from the inside out. Begin to soften your hip creases. Let your sitting bones rest closer towards your heels. And now take a moment in your child's pose to call to mind any areas of your life where you relate to this concept of all or nothing thinking. It might be on your mat, it might be off your mat, maybe both. Within the yoga practice, sometimes we can feel as though a pose or a posture has to be all or nothing, the full splits or no splits, something like that. Whatever it is that comes to mind, just begin to consider that area of your life. And then as we flow through this practice, see if you can cultivate nuance in your physical body, feeling more and allowing yourself to experience the full spectrum, all of your sensations, all of your thoughts, all your full range of emotions. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Claw down into your fingertips and begin to rise up to hands and knees, tabletop. We'll start with some detailed circles through the body. So beginning with the hips and the pelvis, we're going to make circles. You can go in any direction to begin, lifting your tailbone to the sky, spread the sitting bones, and then draw a big circle with your pelvis. Go in both directions, go in all directions. And allow this to not look any certain way, but rather feel good to you in your body. And then once you've made a couple circles through the hips and the pelvis, get the rib cage involved. So softening the ribs down toward the earth, then drawing them out toward the right side of your mat, expanding laterally. Then lift your ribs up toward the sky, puffing the back of your heart. Then slide the ribs over to the left side of your mat, and then soften back down. One more circle in that direction. If the hips are also involved here in this movement, that's okay. Today's class is not necessarily about isolating the specific region of the body, but just about feeling good. Go ahead and opposite your rotation if you haven't already done so. Keep spreading your fingers really wide and continue to coat your body with your breath, filling up thoroughly every time you breathe in and releasing thoroughly every time that you breathe out. Good. Now we'll get the head involved. So big circles with the neck, and this might become a full body circle here from tabletop. Articulating through your spine, rounding, curling. Open your throat. And then as your head comes down toward the earth, open the back of your throat. Reverse the circles. Good. And then go ahead and make your way back to a neutral tabletop. Get steady through your spine. Tuck your toes behind you. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, glide your hips back towards your heels, but reach your heart forward to your thumbs. Active child's pose. Exhale. Inhale. Round forward through hands and knees. Then as you exhale, untuck your toes, bend your elbows, and soften your pelvis, your heart, and your chin to the earth. Step your fingers out to the wide edges of your mat, creating tents with them so that your palms stay elevated. As you inhale, allow your hips to be weighted toward the earth. Press your toenails down, then peel your front body up and away from the mat. Draw your shoulder blades together. Cobra, stretch your heart. Exhale, lower back down. 3 more rounds, oscillating cobras. Inhale, ripple all the way up through your spine. Front body is opening, back body contracts. Exhale, release back down. 2 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, imagine as you inhale that you could drink up energy from the earth to lift your heart high. And then exhale, pour yourself back down. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, come through hands and knees, and press back to downward facing dog. Take a few moments here. You can shake out your head. You can pedal your feet. You can sway your hips. Glide your spine side to side. Anything that feels good. Play and explore all the nuances of this posture. Often we'll be focused in a single-minded way on just one aspect of the shape, whether that be one particular sensation, one space that feels tight or open or warm or cold or even numb. And so as you find steadiness here and breathe, see if you can encounter all aspects of your experience and let them all take up an equal amount of space. Elongate through your spine by pressing hands and feet down and away from each other. Then curl the tip of your tailbone higher toward the sky. Press your heart back toward your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhalation, root your left toes and sweep your right leg high to the sky. Spin all 5 of your right toenails down to face toward the mat so that your hips stay square. Then activate the right glute. Lift your leg just 1 inch higher. As you exhale, lift the left heel, hug in through your core. Look forward and then step right foot toward your gaze to the right thumb. Drop your back knee down behind you. Take an inhale, ripple up through your spine, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, step your fingertips down, root into your right foot, step your left foot up beside it, and fold. Feet are hips distance apart. Take an inhale to find a halfway lift through the spine, iron everything out, and then exhale, bow in. Inhale, chair pose, sink weight low and back into your heels, then ripple your fingertips up toward the sky, biceps come beside your ears. Weight your heels, lift your heart. Inhale here. As you exhale, reach back through your fingertips as you reach forward through your heart, bowing your torso down towards your thighs, but keep your belly engaged. Belly button hugs up towards your hugs up towards your spine, and the shoulder blades draw together at the back of your heart. Begin to press down more firmly into your left foot. Peel your right foot away from the earth and curl your heel toward your sitting bone, staying low. Inhale here. Exhale, stretch your right toes to the back of the mat. Left knee stays deeply bent. Bend it even more deeply, and then step the right toes to the back of the mat. As they root, inhale, fingertips float up overhead, high crescent lunge. Exhale, circle your palms down to the mat, step the left foot back, and lower down halfway, chaturanga, elbows to ribs. Untuck your toes, inhale, upward facing dog, glide your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go up and back. As you inhale, sweep your left leg high to the sky, three-legged down dog. Stay for your exhale, square your hips. One more inhale, micro bend right knee, activate left glute, lift higher. Exhale, lift the right heel, curl in through your torso, through your belly, and softly step the left foot to the top of your mat as you lower the right knee down. Inhale, squeeze left heel and right knee toward the midline, fingertips reach for the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, step forward, fold forward. Feet are parallel at the top of your mat. Take an inhale. Halfway lift, rinse it out. Exhale, just bow in. Inhale, Utkatasana. Sink low, weight the heels. The toes can stay bright, maybe even lifted away from the mat. Then as you exhale, sink lower into your chair, but keep actively pulling in at your core. Inhale. Exhale, reach your heart forward. Reach your fingertips toward the back of the mat. Keep your belly hovering away from your thighs. Begin to root all four corners of the right foot. Lift your left heel, then the foot. Curl heel towards sitting bone. Inhale. Exhale, reach the left toes to the back of the mat. See how deliberately, slowly you can step the left toes to the back, feeling every part of this transition. Good. Inhale. Fingertips rise high to the sky. Crescent lunge. Exhale, palms come down. Step your right toes back and lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog is your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. On your next inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step right foot to the top of your mat, sink your left knee. Inhale, kneeling warrior, fingertips rise. Exhale, step forward, fold at the top of your mat, feet hips distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, chair pose. Weight your heels, lift your toes, reach your fingertips high to the sky. Exhale, bow, chest toward your thighs, reach your heart forward, fingertips back. Inhale, press into your left foot, lift your right toes away from the mat, then glide them back behind you, reach longer and longer and longer. Then step the right toes down with control. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale, palms to the earth, step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep your left leg high. Exhale, glide forward, step through. Right knee lowers behind you. Inhale, fingertips reach for the sky, ripple up through your spine, elongate, and then exhale, step forward. Right foot to the top of your mat, hips distance away from the left, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and press your fingertips down. Reach the crown of your head for your toes. Inhale, chair. Weight the heels, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, bow, chest to thighs. Sweep your fingertips back behind you. Reach your heart forward. Then press into your right foot to pick up your left foot. Stabilize your gaze. Reach the left toes long and back behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, softly step back. Inhale, float your fingertips up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, palms plant, step back to plank, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow through this sequence one more round on each side. As you flow, consider, is there a middle ground that you can find through any of these shapes? Is there anywhere that you're encountering a lot of intensity that it's overwhelming? Or maybe there's an option that you could pick where you're still feeling activated and charged and engaged, but there's also an element of sweetness and ease. As you inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge, left knee lowers. Inhale, fingertips rise. Exhale, step to the top of your mat and fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, chair, sink low, reach high. Exhale, fingertips reach back, heart stretches forward. Inhale, lift your right foot, hug your heel towards your sitting bone, then stretch back through the right toes, reach forward through your heart and your gaze, and softly step down with the right toes. Inhale, all 10 fingertips float high, buoyantly toward the sky. Exhale, palms come down, step back, flow, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, maybe cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step through to the top of your mat. Low lunge, right knee lowers. Inhale, fingertips reach high. And exhale, step forward and fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, chair, sink low, reach high. Exhale, glide heart to thighs, fingertips stretch toward the back of your space. Press into your right foot, curl your left heel in. Inhale. Reach the toes back, and then softly step them down. Feet like train tracks. Hug the midline, squeeze your inner thighs, reach your fingertips, high crescent lunge. Exhale, circle your palms down, plant them, step back to plank, shift forward, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your toenails into the earth. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. In through your nose. Wash it through, open mouth, exhale, sigh. Sink your knees down to the mat. Shift back to a seat. Take a pause. Take a moment just to drop. Spin your palms up toward the sky. Allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your face, your jaw, your neck, everything to relax. Feel your breath. Try to feel every layer of sensation, every layer of muscle. Blink your eyes open. Walk your palms forward, tuck your toes, and press back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach your right toes to the sky, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, lift your left heel, hug right knee toward left tricep, then pivot, swivel your left heel down to the mat, step the knife edge of your right foot off the mat to the left, and as you inhale, reach your left fingertips high to the sky, fall in triangle. Breathe. Press the right side of your body, your outer right hip away from the earth. Then maybe begin to reach forward through the left fingertips, creating a bigger arc through the left side body. Press your pelvis to the sky. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, spin back to your left toes, plant your left palm, draw your knee, right knee to your nose, hold and squeeze. And then pivot so the knife edge of left foot roots. Bend your left knee a lot, root your big toe. Then take your right hand to the front of your ankle, grab it, and draw your foot to your inner left thigh, stamping it down there like tree pose. We're just also in a side plank. As you inhale, stretch up toward the sky, press left foot and left hand down and away from each other. Grow out in every direction. If this is feeling intense, try a side plank, any other variation. Find a middle ground. Inhale. Exhale, maybe begin to reach forward through the right fingertips, but keep hugging your shoulder into its socket. Then reach out through the fingertips. If you're wobbling, me too. One more inhale here. Exhale, right palm plants, pivot back to downward facing dog. Step your right toes down behind you. Inhale, left leg reaches high to the sky. Exhale, lift the right heel, hug left knee to right tricep, then spin your right heel down toward the earth. Reach your left leg off to the right, root the knife edge of the foot, and reach right fingertips to the sky. Inhale. Stay, maybe pivot your feet. Extend the right arm all the way forward, bicep beside your ear. Breathe through everything that you're feeling. One more inhale. Exhale, plant your right palm, spin on your back toes, curl your left knee to your nose, and then pivot again on the back foot, this time to the knife edge. Bend your knee generously, root your big toe. Reach for the front of your left ankle with your hand, and then place your foot high up onto your inner thigh. This supporting knee, the right knee, can stay bent here. Just reach for the sky with your fingertips, and then maybe, as you're feeling stable, you can begin to drive down into right hand and right foot to draw the leg toward straight. And then fill up the shape with your breath. Begin to reach your left arm forward, bicep beside your ear. Big, full inhale here. Exhale, left palm plants. Pivot back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, gaze forward to the top of your mat. Then as you exhale, slowly step your way there. We'll find Ragdoll Fold. Feet are hips distance apart and bow chest to thighs. Pause here. Do whatever you want with your arms. Allow yourself to process and absorb any intensity that you just encountered through that last sequence on each side. Taking a more restorative, grounding shape now to connect back to your body and to your breath. Root your fingertips. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Take an inhale to find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Rise all the way up to stand and reach your fingertips high to the sky. As you exhale, press into your right foot. Lift your left knee in towards your chest. Palms come together at heart center. Take an inhale here. Press down from your pelvis into your right heel. Then from your waistline through the crown of your head, reach taller. You can stay here, or you can begin to find a twist. So first option is to cross the right hand to your outer left thigh. Bring left hand to your sacrum, elongate, and then twist, turning your heart open to the left side of your mat. Maybe, if that's feeling okay, hug your left knee in towards your chest, reach for the outer edge of your foot with your hand, then extend your leg forward, taking your left hand to your hip to level them out. From here, if you're good, maybe spin open toward the left side of your mat, creating a twist. Hug belly button to spine and feel all of the calibration down through your supporting leg, through your foot, into the earth. One more breath here. And release. If you have your foot, let go of your grip. We're gonna keep the foot lifted away from the earth. Just draw the left heel in towards your sitting bone. Reach for your foot from the inside with the left hand, and then stretch right fingertips up toward the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs together, lift up through your pelvic floor. On an exhale, begin to kick, pressing the left foot back into your hand, continuing to magnetize inner thighs, dancer's pose. find a middle ground here between effort and ease. So even through the intensity, all of the activation into the kick, you're finding lightness in your heart, brightness in your face. One more breath. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, place the left foot down beside the right and draw your palms to meet in front of your heart. Big breath in, circle the fingertips out wide and then all the way up overhead. As you exhale, press into your left foot, palms meet in front of your heart as the right foot peels away from the earth and the knee comes parallel to the mat. Breathe here, steady into your foundation. One more inhale, elongate out through your spine. Then on your exhale, find your variation of the twist. Maybe hand to outer right knee, maybe outer right foot. And then slowly, gradually revolve your spine. Drag your outer right hip slightly back and press your left hip a little bit forward. Then see if you can become so attuned to all of the fluctuations as you find your balance that you're able to adjust as needed. If you're rolling to the outside of the left foot, press your big toe down more. If it's the opposite, do the opposite. One more breath. Gently release your grip. Keep the right foot floating away from the earth. Draw the heel in and back toward your sitting bone, and then reach to grab from the inside your right foot with your right hand. Stretch the left fingertips up toward the sky. Take a big full inhalation as you squeeze your inner thighs together. As you exhale, begin to kick. Continue to find elongation through your spine and through your front body as you glide into the back bend. Tipping your torso forward only as it becomes necessary to do so because of how much you're kicking through the right foot. One more breath here. Beautiful. Press down, rise up to stand. Softly land the right foot down beside the left. Inhale to reach up, gaze up, and exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Maybe take a vinyasa if you'd like one. No pressure. We're gonna meet back in downward facing dog. From down dog, soften both of your knees to the mat. The knees are hips distance apart. Then walk your fingertips back and rise up to standing on your knees, setting up for Ustrasna Camel. So the toes behind you can be tucked or untucked. Circle your hands down to your low back, your sacrum. Fingertips either pointing down or pointing up towards your shoulder blades. I prefer this because I feel like it's easier to squeeze my shoulder blades together here and still get a firm connection between sacrum and the heels of my hands. Wherever you are, begin to lift. Lift your pelvic floor. Feel that energy ripple all the way up to your heart and then beyond. Once your heart has grown so much, then you can begin to tip back, pressing your pelvis forward, but pressing your pelvis back into your hands even as you do so. Again, going for elongation here. So lean back any amount into your camel. Maybe the head drops back. Maybe reaching for your heels. Activate your glutes. Imagine your sitting bones are pressing down toward the backs of your knees. Squeeze your inner thighs together as though there was a block between them. And then allow your breath to flow freely through the shape. Notice any spaces where it's constricted. Can you soften there? One more inhale. And exhale, release. Palms back to your sacrum. If you reached for your heels, slowly, slowly, slowly come out. The same way that you came in sequentially so that your head is the last thing to lift. And then sink the hips back toward the heels. Spin your palms to face up on your thighs. Close your eyes. Just feel. Be still, and even in stillness, can you feel all the simmering sensations moving through your body? All the warmth, all of the activations, circulations, communications that you've created. Blink your eyes open. Come to a seat and swing your legs forward to the top of your mat. Seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. The heels dig down with the sitting bones root. Lift up through your spine. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward. The knees can be bent. If you have blocks or a prop of any kind, you can try sliding that under your knees for extra support if that feels good for you. Soften your breath, allowing your breath to get even longer, even stretchier, deeper, and fuller. Rise all the way back up, walk your fingertips in, and then find your way down to lying on your back. Lift your feet away from the earth. Take your arms out wide to either a cactus or a T. Floating the feet away from the earth will cross the right ankle or the right thigh over the left thigh. Maybe thread your right toes behind your left calf for eagle legs, or you can just stay here with the inner thighs together. Then begin to spin both of your knees down to the left side of your mat, creating a twist, supine twist, eagle leg variation. If it feels okay, you can press into the backs of your arms and the back of your head to lift your heart higher, keeping the length in your twist. And then surrender down. Soften your hands, your fingers, even your fingernails. Can you relax there? Can you feel there? Come back through center. Unwind and switch sides. So the left thigh crosses over the top of the right. Maybe hook toes behind calf or not, totally up to you. And then create your twist. The knees fall over to the right side of the mat and the heart lifts up higher. Is there anything that is active here that doesn't need to be? Any holding that is conscious or unconscious? Look for it, scan for it, send your awareness to it. Come back to center, unwind. Draw your knees into your chest, curl into a tight ball, give yourself a big hug. Take an inhale in your hug. Exhale, Shavasana, burst open, arms and legs wide. Take up so much space. Relax your head. Relax your eyes. Let go of everything here. If there are any thoughts that are clinging on to your space, come back to the idea of the thought as a cloud and just watch it fly away out of focus. And then give yourself this time to absorb, to process, and to rest. Begin to slowly and gradually come back to life. Take a big inhalation and a sweet exhalation. Let your toes and fingers begin to wiggle. Roll one ear to the mat and then the other, massaging the back of your head. And then stretch out long. Toes go forward, arms reach back. Inhale here. As you exhale, roll to fetal pose, dropping down to one side of your body, letting your head and your hands relax toward the earth. Feel the earth supporting beneath you. Press down, keep your eyes closed if you can, and rise up to a comfortable seat. You can sit down on your sitting bones, maybe up on your knees, and then allow your palms to face either up or down on your thighs. Try to feel what is working for you in this moment today. Call back to mind the area of your life that you thought of at the beginning of this practice. Somewhere where you feel like perhaps you are exhibiting that all or nothing behavior, or your thoughts tend to flow in those patterns. Take a moment now just to consider how you might begin to find more middle ground. Is there a better balance that you can achieve? And it's okay if you don't have the answers to these questions right now. Just start to think about it. Draw your palms to meet in front of your heart in prayer. Take one more moment here to set an intention for the rest of your day or your night. It could be a word or an energy that you'd like to create. With this in mind, lift your thumbs up to your third eye and bow forward. Namaste. As always, thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Let me know in the comments below how this felt physically, or if there was anything about the theme of this class that resonated with you. I'd love to hear that. And you can subscribe to my channel down below if you're not already. That really supports me. I hope you're doing really well, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.